Allan, you're back at the club as goalkeeping coach. How do you feel to be back in the building again?
It's great. A lot of familiar faces. Obviously had a spell at the end of last season as well, the end of the season before, sorry. And I enjoyed my time. It is obviously a lot different as to be a player, but I enjoyed it and really glad to be back. Buzzing actually. So.
When that initial approach was made, what did you think about it at that time?
I was shocked. I spoke to Jim a couple of days before they actually offered me the job, and it was just a general chit chat, hour and a half, talking away at each other, and I never really got brought up, to be honest. And then I met him a couple of days later, and they offered me it, and I was surprised. So I was surprised. Then I went back and spoke to family and stuff, and had a real good think about it. I thought about how it would look in the club. I thought about, could I do it? And 4 or 5 days later, I said yeah.
Yeah. After that spell that you obviously had at the end of the season before that you were speaking about, did that sort of give you a taste for it? Because you kind of hadn't really gone in to coaching at all.
I hadn't, no, and I always never thought about it when I was playing. The club always say to me in the last couple of years, if you ever want to get into it, we'll help you and stuff, but I was more focused on being right for games. So in that respect, I never really thought about it. And then a couple of years later, when Barry phoned, then you're jumping at a chance. But this one, because I knew it was only 3 months in, it was like let's help the boys out and stuff. And this one took a wee bit more thought, just because of the process, the longer term thing, how it would look. Me actually not having my badges and having to start them. And what I could bring to that, again, how it would look on the club as well, that was really important for me, which Jim said it wouldn't be a problem. So.
Yeah, and you are going to be working on your badges as well and doing that work behind the scenes.
Yeah, just sort of speaking to the gaffer, I've got the details and that stuff now, so we're just going through processing what would be, if it would be all right for the gaffer and to take. Obviously you need sort of a wee bit of time off and that to do it. So.
You've obviously experienced so much at this club as a player. How different is it moving into a coaching role here?
Well, as you said, I had a wee taste of it in a couple of seasons. It is different, but it's enjoyable. And once I'm focused on something, I'm all in. It's just different things. Each goalkeeper's different. They're at different stages of their career and trying to manage that. It's about looking at oppositions. It's about, well, now in the short term, it's about pre-season and how to get them as fit as possible to can play for the whole season. It's a lot of things to think about, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, did you miss being sort of in and around that club environment in the time like when you finished? Because it was obviously such a change from when you stopped playing to then maybe not being in that environment.
Yeah. You do miss it, yeah. You miss the day-to-day interaction with different people, just the whole place, the whole training centre. There's like different characters, even in the staff, the players. You do miss that. I wouldn't say that was a factor in coming back. The main factor was, what can I bring, and if I could bring enough.
What kind of coach do you think you'll be? What will the goalkeepers expect from you?
Hard work, a lot of honesty, feedback from them as well. I think that's important, to try and make them as good a goalkeeper as they can possibly be. Whether that's on the pitch, in the gym, off pitch, how they rest and recover, what they eat. I want to be part of everything of that. To help them be the best they can be.
Mm-hmm. How much of the goalkeeping coaches that you worked with as well, can you take bits from them?
Of course you do. It's the same as a player.
Yeah.
When a player works with managers, different managers throughout their career, I'm sure they take, and I'm sure I've heard them say it as well, they take bits what makes them their own person and their own manager. So I'm definitely no different in that respect, and I've been very lucky in my career to work with some really good goalkeeping coaches.
What does it mean to you to sort of now have that role, building the next generation of goalkeepers here, like a role that you held for so long, and now you can sort of give that back to these keepers that are coming through?
Yeah, I think it's experiences as well. every professional goalkeeper, football player has a different path. I think me going out on loan definitely helped me, but I was a lot older going out on loan than a few of the boys that are in the squad just now. But I think that's really important, to help them do that and get clubs to believe in them and get them out on loan to get that experience, so then they can come back a better goalkeeper for the club and be ready if required to play in the first team. So I definitely think that would be a case for a couple of them, and just a mentality to let them, obviously the ones that have been here know about the club, but Ivor coming in to give them some experiences to mentally prepare for what this club is to millions of people and what it is to myself especially, and the fans. So just a bit of everything, a wee bit of insight, a bit of everything. Yeah.
How different is that psychological side as a goalkeeper?
I think your whole focus, and I learned a lot for that for Stefan. Stefan was incredibly focused. In the change room, I don't think he was overly loud, but in the change room before games, you could just see total focus. And he would only get one or two things in a game, especially at Rangers. You need to do them perfectly. I think that's a big thing, to concentrate for the whole. Well, it's probably 100 minutes nowadays, isn't it? I think that's important. But if a player can misplace a pass or have a bad touch, people can help him out. If a goalie makes a mistake, then
You're the last line of it.
And 9 times out of 10, it's a goal against. So, in that respect, that is different.
You mentioned Ivor there. He's coming in. You've obviously known Liam as well, and the younger goalkeepers. How important is that group as a unit to sort of have that competition in there too?
Oh, it's great for goalkeepers. I think at any big club you've got to have competition for places. I've always had that at the time at Rangers, and it'll be no different now. Obviously, different stages, and like Ryden, he's young, he's up and coming. I worked with him again. He's been training with the first team since he was 16. It shows you what a prospect people at the club think he is. Mason, again, another great prospect. Hopefully we can get him a loan move to go and play first team football and get used to that environment again. I know he had a couple of spells last season, and Ivor and Kel's really pushing to be Rangers #1 or play in the first team. And it's always good competition. I never took it for granted. I never really thought myself as the #1. I always thought it was competition, and nothing's ever guaranteed, and you just need to work every single day as hard as you possibly can.
And I know you obviously had a taste of it the last time, but how do you find it being in the dugout? Are you calm?
I was actually calm.
Were you?
Believe it or not. Aye. I'm actually calm in the dugout and I'm in the stand.
Really?
It's weird. I don't understand it. It's maybe because you feel like it's your job and you need to try and be calm.
Okay.
You know, the fans, you're like, when you're in the stand, it's a wee bit worse.
So we'll see a mellow Greegsy.
I thought it was quite fairly mellow last time,
Yeah.
to be fair. Barry and Dodgy and Neely, I had to be one calm person at the moment, to be fair.
True. And just on like sort of longer term in this role and your ambitions, what do you want to achieve here with this group and obviously at the club?
Well, first, I don't really want to look too far. I want to look at what the goalies have got now and how we can develop them. I want the group to go and enjoy training and work hard to help each other. We'll do an analysis on games that whoever's playing, everybody can look. And by the way, we're open to people having their say, and no, I think that's good. I think it's good for the young boys as well to look. Just wee things like positioning and stuff like that. What can you do better, what you did well. So all of that will be taken care of.
And obviously the season is just a few weeks away now, but it'll be good to get Ivor in and get started as well with the group.
Yeah, the plan was to come here, but I know he's had a long, hard season. It was probably over 12 months because they got to the Championship playoff final, straight to the World Cup. So I think he's keeping himself fit. Well, I know he's keeping himself fit. He'll join us a week on Monday. And there's only 2 games before the start of the season, so it's tight, and again, I think that's modern day football nowadays. There's games all through the summer, international. Last year it was Club World Cups. There's just not a lot of time off. But again, different to maybe when I was a lot younger. Pre-season was for getting fit. Well, I thought it was anyway. And now you need to keep, even when you're off, you need to keep yourself at a certain standard and come back to hit the ground running.